In the heart of East Africa lies Tanzania, a country that captures the imagination with its vast, untamed wilderness and vibrant cultures. Stretching from the shores of Lake Victoria in the north to the Indian Ocean in the east, Tanzania is a land where ancient traditions meet the raw power of nature. This nation is renowned for its breathtaking beauty and remarkable diversity. From lush forests teeming with life to bustling villages where the rhythm of daily life is set by the rising and setting sun, Tanzania is a tapestry of landscapes and people. The legendary Serengeti's endless golden plains stretch as far as the eye can see, home to the world's greatest wildlife migration. Towering above it all is Mount Kilimanjaro, Africa's highest peak, its snowy summit a beacon for adventurers and a lifeline for the region's rivers and wildlife. Here, elephants roam in herds, giraffes graze beneath acacia trees, and lions prowl the savanna. For countless generations, communities like the Maasai and the Hadza have called this land home. Their lives are deeply intertwined with the rhythms of nature, their traditions shaped by the seasons and the wildlife around them. They have learned to live in harmony with the land, respecting its gifts and enduring its hardships. But today, this delicate balance is under threat as never before. The signs are everywhere. Rivers that once flowed year-round now run dry, crops wither under a relentless sun, and herders search desperately for water for their animals. Climate change is no longer a distant concept or a warning for the future. It's a daily reality that shapes every decision, every hope, and every fear. Tanzanians are witnessing firsthand the effects of a warming planet as seasons grow more unpredictable and the land becomes harder to cultivate. Rainfall patterns have become erratic, swinging wildly between long, punishing droughts and sudden, devastating floods. Rivers that once nourished entire communities now vanish for months, only to return in torrents that sweep away homes and fields. For many, the struggle to adapt is a daily test of resilience. Survival has become a constant challenge, not just for the people, but for the wildlife that defines Tanzania's identity. Women walk for miles to find water, cattle grow thin, and even the great predators of the savanna must search farther for food. The struggle for life is everywhere, visible in every parched field and every hungry gaze. Yet, amid these hardships, Tanzanians are not giving up. Communities come together to find solutions, planting trees to restore the land, repairing wells to secure water, and teaching the next generation to care for their environment. Children laugh and play, their smiles a testament to hope and resilience even in the toughest times. This is the story of a land facing extraordinary challenges, but also of a people whose spirit and determination shine through adversity. Join us as we journey into the heart of Tanzania, a place of wonder and worry, where the fight for a better future is written in every sunrise and every act of courage. Rain has always been the heartbeat of Tanzania, but climate change is breaking this rhythm. Droughts now last for months, withering crops and drying rivers. For small farmers, a failed harvest means hunger and uncertainty. When rain finally comes, it's often in violent downpours. The hard earth can't absorb the water, leading to floods that wash away soil and homes. Farmers who prayed for rain now watch their fields destroyed by it. This cycle of drought and flood leaves communities in constant crisis. Recovery is nearly impossible before the next disaster strikes. The land's extremes test resilience to its limits. Tanzania's people must adapt quickly, or risk losing everything. The Maasai of northern Tanzania have survived for centuries as nomadic herders. Their cattle are their wealth, their culture, and their identity. But relentless droughts are decimating their herds and way of life. Waterholes dry up, and traditional knowledge can't keep pace with the changing climate. Losing cattle means losing status, security, and purpose. Some Maasai are forced to abandon pastoralism, seeking unfamiliar work in towns. The social fabric unravels as traditions fade. Elders, once wise guides, now face the same uncertainty as the young. The Maasai stand at a crossroads, fight to adapt, or risk losing their heritage. Their struggle is a powerful symbol of a culture on the edge. Climate change isn't the Maasai's only challenge. Government policies have shrunk their ancestral lands, turning them into parks and reserves. The Maasai argue their rotational grazing benefits the ecosystem, but they're often evicted in the name of conservation and tourism. Violent evictions and land grabs have left many homeless. Laws criminalize their traditional way of life. Squeezed into smaller areas, overgrazing worsens, making drought impacts even harsher. The Maasai are trapped. Climate and policy both threaten their survival. Their voices are often ignored. sacrificed for tourism and outside interests. For them, the fight is not just for land, but for dignity and a future. The Hadza, one of the world's last remaining hunter-gatherer peoples, have called the forest near Lake Eyasi home for thousands of years. Their lives are deeply intertwined with the land, the trees, and the animals that share this ancient landscape. Every day, they walk the same paths their ancestors once traveled, gathering wild honey, tubers and berries, and hunting game with bows and arrows crafted by hand. The forest is not just a source of food and shelter, it is the heart of their culture, their stories, and their identity. But today, the Hadza's survival hangs in the balance. Deforestation is rapidly erasing the world they know. Each year, more trees are felled, and the wild spaces they depend on grow smaller and more fragmented. The loss of forest means the loss of the plants and animals that sustain them, and the disappearance of sacred places that hold the memories of generations. Driven by drought and the search for fertile land, farmers from other regions have begun to clear Hadza forests for crops. This encroachment destroys not only the Hadza's food sources but also their sacred sites, places where they gather to celebrate, mourn, and pass down their traditions. The land that once provided everything is now under constant threat. In just 50 years, the Hadza have lost nearly 2/3 of their ancestral homeland. Satellite images reveal a stark transformation. Lush forests, replaced by barren fields, and ancient boundaries erased by the relentless advance of agriculture. Elders remember a time when the forest stretched as far as the eye could see, a time that now lives only in their memories and stories. As their territory shrinks, tensions rise. The Hadza find themselves in conflict with newcomers over land and resources. Disputes can turn tense, as both sides struggle to secure their future. For the Hadza, every lost acre is a piece of their heritage slipping away. Yet, the Hadza are not alone in their fight. With the support of allies, NGOs, conservationists, and legal advocates, they have managed to secure legal rights to some of their land. Patrols now walk the forests, protecting what remains and working to ensure that future generations can inherit this precious legacy. Still, the pressure is relentless. Some Hadza families facing hunger and uncertainty have begun to plant small gardens, an act that marks a profound shift from their traditional way of life. For a people who have always lived in harmony with the wild, working the soil is both a necessity and a painful reminder of what's been lost. The Hadza's struggle is about more than survival. It is a fight for the right to live as they always have, to pass on their knowledge, language, and traditions to their children. Around the fire, elders share stories of resilience and hope, determined to keep their culture alive against all odds. As guardians of a vanishing way of life, the Hadza remind us of the deep connection between people and the land. Their daily routines, hunting at dawn, gathering wild foods, and living in tune with the rhythms of nature, offer a glimpse into a world that is rapidly disappearing. The Hadza's struggle is both a warning and an inspiration. Their resilience in the face of overwhelming odds challenges us to rethink our relationship with the natural world, and to ask what we are willing to do to protect the last wild places on Earth. As rural life becomes untenable, thousands flee to Dar es Salaam each year. Most end up in informal settlements, built in flood-prone areas without basic services. Torrential rains turn these neighborhoods into disaster zones. Floods destroy homes, contaminate water, and spread disease. In 2011, a single storm left hundreds homeless and dozens dead. The government's response is often to relocate victims to distant camps, cutting them off from jobs and support. Critics blame poor urban planning and lack of investment. For many, the city offers only new hardships. Climate change is creating a new class of urban refugees. Amid these challenges, hope grows in Arusha at the World Vegetable Center. Here, agronomists promote native crops like amaranth, nutritious, fast-growing, and drought-resistant. These plants thrive where maize fails, offering reliable food and income. The center preserves thousands of indigenous seeds, reviving lost agricultural knowledge. Training programs teach farmers to grow, save seeds, and cook these crops. By working with nature, not against it, farmers build resilience. The center's grassroots approach is transforming food security. It's a model for adapting to a changing climate. Innovation and tradition combine to offer a path forward. In Moshi, Pastor Frederick Shu leads a green revolution. Witnessing the devastation of deforestation, he mobilized his church to plant trees. Children are given saplings to nurture, creating a tree-planting generation. Over 1 million trees have been planted, restoring soil and water cycles. The project stabilizes land, prevents erosion, and revives ecosystems. Pastor Shu's vision links faith with environmental stewardship. His movement shows how community action can heal the land. The results are visible. Greener hills, healthier rivers, and renewed hope. One person's vision, multiplied by many, is changing the landscape. Tanzania's climate struggle mirrors a global crisis. Across the world, communities are grappling with the harsh realities of a changing environment. Rivers running dry, crops failing, and weather patterns growing more unpredictable each year. In Tanzania, these challenges are not distant threats. They are daily realities that shape the lives of millions. The land, once lush and fertile, now bears the scars of drought and heat, reminding us that climate change is not just a scientific concept, but a lived experience for so many. Loss and hardship are real, but so is hope. Every new sprout pushing through the cracked earth is a testament to the determination of Tanzanian farmers. Despite the odds, they nurture their crops and their communities, refusing to give in to despair. Their resilience is a quiet force, rooted in tradition and strengthened by necessity. The Maasai and Hadza fight for their cultures. Their connection to the land runs deep, and their wisdom is a guide for adapting to new realities. These communities have weathered countless storms, drawing on generations of knowledge to survive and thrive. Their stories remind us that cultural heritage is a powerful tool in the face of adversity. Farmers and city dwellers adapt to new extremes. In rural fields and bustling cities alike, Tanzanians are finding innovative ways to cope, harvesting rainwater, shifting planting seasons, and coming together to share resources. The spirit of adaptation is alive in every corner of the country, uniting people from all walks of life. Yet resilience shines through, in native crops that withstand drought, in vigilant forest patrols protecting precious resources, and in children planting trees for a greener tomorrow. These acts, big and small, are seeds of hope for future generations. These are stories of courage, not victimhood. Tanzanians are not simply enduring hardship. They are actively shaping their destiny, finding pride in their achievements and strength in their unity. Local efforts are vital, but global support is essential. International partnerships, knowledge exchange, and financial aid can amplify the impact of grassroots initiatives, ensuring that no community is left behind in the fight against climate change. The government must protect vulnerable communities and prioritize climate resilience. Policies that support sustainable agriculture, water management, and education are crucial for building a future where all Tanzanians can thrive. The path forward demands new ways of living with the land and each other. Collaboration, innovation, and respect for nature will be the foundation of a more resilient society. Tanzania's people are leading by example, showing what's possible when communities unite for a common cause. Their creativity and determination inspire hope far beyond their borders. Their struggle is a call to action for us all, reminding us that resilience is not just about survival, but about building a better world together. The future of our planet is in our hands. By learning from Tanzania's example, we can all play a part in creating a more sustainable, hopeful tomorrow.